So we're going to do some review, and we kind of already started. I know we kind of already started. Thumbs up, Zoomers, if you can see the green screen. All right. So we start with some order of operations. Remember, it's important because math's communication. We need this one thing at the end that we can all agree on. So, I don't like memorization, but I use this thing called gems.
That's the title?
Yep. Now, I'm not a big fan of jewelry, but I do like gems, okay? That's kind of a dad joke a little bit. But PEMDAS is trash. Don't use it, guys. Don't use it. Here's why I like gems. In PEMDAS, P stands for parentheses, right? Parentheses is just one type of grouping thing. So guess what's better than parentheses? Grouping. And grouping, guys, now that we're getting older and cooler, more mature, some of us, okay?
Some of us.
Grouping has a lot of things going on, okay? So some things that you probably already know for grouping would be like parentheses. You guys know that one?
Yes.
Brackets, and there's various looking brackets, okay? Those are the groupings. Those are the groupings we know and love. But now we have some other stuff because we're sophisticated. We have things like, it's going to look like 11, but we got things like absolute value symbols. Okay? You guys remember absolute value from last year?
No. Nope.
It means how far away something is from 0.
We did that online.
Yeah, so like the absolute value of 6
Is 6.
is 6. The absolute value of negative 12 is 12. Okay, it's just always positive. Absolute value just means how far away you are from 0. So there'll be these straight lines when you see them. They work just like parentheses, except everything inside when you're done, whatever the value is inside when you're done, is positive.
How do you know it's not a 1?
Because I try to make them a little darker. You can tell on paper. They're a little like bigger than the numbers. Okay, some other things we need to add is like something that looks like this. So if there's stuff happening in the numerator or stuff happening in the denominator of a fraction, you need to do that first. This is the same thing as this, the parentheses. You don't need parentheses. You have to take care of computation in the numerator and denominator first. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to point out with that? There's not a nice way to do that with a symbol.
Oh, so basically by doing that, it's basically the same thing as like doing the two things and then dividing them.
Correct. It'd be the same thing as like this.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Can't a slash mark? Can't like a slash mark?
Slash is division because it's like fraction, okay? But if you use the slash mark, you would need to use parentheses, though.
Yeah.
Okay. So, last thing is you could have stuff under a square root. So if there's multiple things under a square root, it's just like those things are in parentheses. That's also grouping. So do you see why P for PEMDAS is bad?
Yeah.
So like you have parentheses and all these other things that don't even sound like parentheses at all. Where we have G, it's grouping, it includes all these things. Here's the next change we're going to have this year. E doesn't just stand for exponents anymore. What's the inverse? What undoes an exponent? We worked on it yesterday specifically on roots, right? Exponents and roots. Okay? Exponents and roots. So we only mess with square roots, but there's roots that undo every exponent. They're an inverse operation, just like multiply, divide, add, subtract. They're inverse. Means they happen at the same time. So how do we decide which one to do? Izquierda and derecha. Left to right. Left to right. I did some Spanish in there. All right, then the rest of this is nothing new. Then next we would multiply, divide left to right, and we would subtract and add left to right. Remember, M being on the top there doesn't mean multiplication happens first, right? Remember, I can make any multiplication problem a division problem, any division problem a multiplication problem. They're the same level. It's like they're twin siblings, and how do you decide to be fair? Left to right.
9.
Just choose your favorite.
That's how you be.
No, don't just choose left to right. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is, we don't need a million examples today, I don't think. I want to just show you one example that's a little extra and show you how I like to stay organized. When you get to multi-step simplifying things, it's easy to lose stuff. Also, this will help me when I look at your work. to tell you what you did and where you went wrong if you went wrong. So, here's the problem. I got a little 3 plus 2 times 4 plus 3 plus 5 squared divided by 6 minus 2 squared. I'll give you a second to write it down, don't worry. I got you. So I got a 3 plus 2 times a 4 plus 3 plus a 5 squared, all divided by 6 minus 2 squared.
Can we do the problem?
Well, I'm going to give you, you can, but I'm going to give you some organizational strategies. I don't know if I told you this. When I took this class when I was in 8th grade, and when I got my organization right, things got better. So what I like to do is underline what I'm going to do. So I've got these parentheses I could do, and then I rewrite everything. So check it out. And I know it's really hard to write things, and I know we don't like to do it, but the organization that this creates is going to create more right answers. So 3 plus 2 is 5, 4 plus 3 is 7, and I just rewrite everything. It's no big deal. That wasn't that hard. I'm barely sweating, okay? Next. Any volunteers to tell me what I should do next? Yeah, Mikey, what are you thinking?
It's the answer's 30.
No, I want to know what to do next.
Oh, okay, so, and then you do, you have to do 5 times 5.
Yeah, I'm going to do some exponents, but I can do both of them since they're separated by that divide. So I'm going to rewrite. I got 5 times 7 plus 25 over 6 minus 4. Now, guys, check this out. Do you notice that this is the opposite of 2 squared thing we kind of talked about the other day? Notice that didn't become plus 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, because 2 squared is 4. That needs to be minus 4. I have to do the exponent first. I'm trying to make that connection to that difficult exponent thing with the bases the other day.
So
Okay, what's next? I got some more stuff I got to do
you
here.
gotta multiply.
I got to multiply.
5 times 7.
5 times 7 is 35 plus 25 over 6 minus 4. Now I have grouping, right? I still have grouping here. Numerator, denominator. So numerator, denominator. I got 60 over 2 for a total of 30. And notice that rewriting, I'm like sweating a little more. I'm joking. I'm not sweating. I guess the YouTubers wouldn't know that. But it wasn't actually hard, right? Now I wrote some extra stuff, whatever, okay?
Yeah, that's insane.
But if it keeps you organized, I'm going to let you know. Once you've used some organizational strategies, anybody ever make what I would call the silly mistakes on a test? Where you like totally know what you're doing, but an answer's wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got rid of a bunch of those. I'd rock a B plus once in a while in that algebra class once I started doing this, man. This and drawing pictures of things. Cool. That's all I want to do. I think we know order of operations. Next, we're going to practice by looking for mistakes. So I've got a thing that we're going to look at together. You're going to look for, ask yourself, what mistake did this person make and how do you do it right?